This place. It wasn't just a building. It was the brain of the ancient world. A single location that tried to collect all human knowledge and then vanished. Imagine a library so ambitious that its goal wasn't to be the best library on Earth, but the only one that mattered. Welcome to the Library of Alexandria. Over 2,000 years ago, in ancient Egypt, there was a city unlike any other. Alexandria wasn't just a port. It wasn't just a capital. It was designed to be the intellectual center of the world. And at the heart of it all stood a library that would become legendary. The Library of Alexandria wasn't a quiet room filled with shelves and silence. It was loud with debate, packed with scholars, overflowing with scrolls. A place where the smartest minds on Earth came together to question everything. Its mission was simple and impossible. Collect all knowledge, every book, every scroll, every idea, from every culture, in every language. Ships that entered Alexandria's harbor were searched. Any written material on board was taken to the library. Copies were made. Sometimes the originals were kept, and the copies were returned. That's how serious they were. This wasn't about convenience. It was about control over knowledge. The library was part of a larger institution called the Mausion, a research center dedicated to the muses, the goddesses of inspiration. Scholars lived there, ate there, worked there, all funded by the state. They didn't just read. They calculated. They experimented. They argued. They invented. Some of the greatest thinkers in history walked these halls. Euclid refined geometry. Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the Earth with shocking accuracy, using nothing but shadows and logic. Hipparch mapped the stars. Engineers, astronomers, physicians, mathematicians, all working under one roof. This was the internet of the ancient world. But instead of servers, it had scrolls, hundreds of thousands of them. Some estimates say up to 400,000. Others say even more. Scrolls containing mathematics, medicine, astronomy, engineering, philosophy, history, and literature, much of which has never been recovered. And that's where the legend turns tragic, because the Library of Alexandria didn't last. It didn't fall in one dramatic explosion. It faded, burned, was damaged, neglected, destroyed, piece by piece, and no one agrees on exactly how. Some say it was damaged during Julius Caesar's campaign in Egypt. Others blame later conflicts, religious shifts, political instability, or simple decay. The truth is likely worse. It didn't die in one moment. It died slowly, and with it, entire branches of human knowledge may have disappeared forever. Think about that. Books that explain technologies we never rediscovered. Scientific ideas centuries ahead of their time. Historical records from civilizations whose voices are now silent. Gone. Not because they were wrong, but because they were lost. That's why the Library of Alexandria has become more than a historical site. It's a symbol of how fragile knowledge is, how easily progress can be erased, how much humanity depends on preserving ideas, not just creating them. People often ask, what exactly was lost? And the honest answer is, we don't know. That's the scariest part. We don't miss specific books. We miss possibilities, alternate paths, ideas that could have changed how the world developed, medicine that could have arrived earlier, technologies that could have evolved sooner. Understanding that might have saved centuries of rediscovery. The library reminds us that history isn't a straight line forward. It's fragile. It resets. It forgets. And sometimes it has to relearn the same lessons again. What makes this even more haunting is that the people of Alexandria understood the value of knowledge deeply. They believed information was power. They believed ideas should be collected, debated, and challenged. They believed learning was worth funding, worth protecting, worth centralizing. And yet, even with all that belief, the library still disappeared. That should tell us something. No amount of intelligence guarantees permanence. No amount of progress makes something invincible. Civilizations rise. Civilizations fall. and knowledge can fall with them. Today, the Library of Alexandria lives on in imagination, in books, in documentaries, in questions. What if it had survived? What if those scrolls were still available? Would the world look different? Would science be centuries ahead? Would history be clearer? We'll never know. But we do know this. The idea of the library didn't die. Modern libraries, universities, digital archives, even the internet itself, all of them echo the same dream. To gather human knowledge, to preserve it, to make sure it isn't lost again. In that sense, the Library of Alexandria didn't fail. It warned us. It showed us what's possible and what's at risk. Every time data is erased, every time a language disappears, every time history is ignored, we replay that loss. And every time we back things up, archive, preserve, and share, we push back against it. The Library of Alexandria isn't famous because it existed. It's famous because it was lost, because it reminds us that progress isn't guaranteed, and that memory is one of humanity's most valuable resources. Somewhere in the ruins of history, the knowledge of the ancient world still whispers, not in words, but in absence, in the questions we can't answer, in the inventions we had to rediscover, in the reminder that learning must be protected, not assumed. The Library of Alexandria was humanity's boldest attempt to understand everything, and its disappearance is one of our greatest lessons, not about the past, but about the future. Because the next great library is being built right now, and whether it survives depends on us.